Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video, this is a video that's kind of sad for me to make. As you guys are aware, if you've been following the channel, back in, I think it was January 24th of this year, I hit a deer in the Mercedes. Actually, it was about 4 in the morning. I was going to the gym, and this gigantic buck ran out in front of me, and, well, it happens. So, the car has been sitting here. It's today is June the 28th, 2020. So it's been in, excuse me, it's been sitting in here in the garage for about 6 months. The reality is, I do not have time to fix this. I just don't. I've been working about 80 hours a week, and it's time to let the car go. I'm getting ready to, in the process of getting ready to move, and so the car's got to go. That's just it. I don't want to sell it. I've had this car for about 15 years. Before that, this was my primary driver. The car only has 142,000 miles on it. It's an 83 240D. If you've been following any of the videos, you know I have done tons and tons and tons of work to this car. There's absolutely no rust on it whatsoever. You know what the sad thing is? That it doesn't, it wouldn't take much to get this going. The car needs a new hood. You can get these at pull apart. Obviously it needs a grill, and it needs this core support pulled out. That's it. Let me take this off so I can just let you guys see what we're working with. It's going to need a radiator. The car, I'm going to start it up for you. It runs and drives and starts just like it always has. The oil cooler is not leaking, but I would probably get rid of that. So to put this car back to roadworthy status, I would get a hood, pull the core out, and a new radiator and fan assembly. It didn't even, when the deer crashed into it, it didn't even break the headlights. It will need the new headlight buckets. Didn't touch the bumper, and of course, if you want the air to work, you'd replace the external or the condenser fan and the condenser. But other than that, the car is, you know, it's perfectly rust free. It's got a brand new brake system I've done on it. It's got Bosio nozzles. It's got a brand new glow plug controller. Everything on the car is straight. It starts and drives instantly, or starts up instantly, and there's tons and tons of new parts. The vacuum system even holds vacuum for weeks. I've never seen an older Mercedes do that. I keep the battery on a trickle charger. It's got brand new tires. I think they've probably got 6,000 miles on them. The axles in the back, I had them, I took those off, and my friend has a CV shop, and he took the factory axles apart, rebooted them, put them back together. They were in good shape. They just needed boots because the boots were getting torn and dry rotted. But yeah, the fact is, as much as I want to keep this car and drive it because I love driving it, this thing is so smooth and stable on the road. It's tight. I've replaced a lot of the suspension components. I don't have time to fix it. That's it. I've got to get this car out. It's got to move it. And so I'm going to crank it up for you guys. Now, I've moved the car out of the garage several times. Once when my garage door broke. So you'll see it'll fire right up. If you want the car, you're going to need to bring a trailer. Okay, we can drive it up on the trailer. Excuse me, drive it up on the trailer, but you can't drive it like this for sure. Number one, because all the coolant leaked out, so you don't want to do that. But as you'll see, it'll fire right up. It's a little bit of a trick for me to get in here because of all the stuff, but I'll manage it. So once the glow plugs light off, and it starts this way whether it's warm or cold. I don't care if it's 10 degrees out or 80. This transmission is the red modulator transmission, and I have it set up so it shifts absolutely perfectly with no lag. It doesn't slip. It's just it's a good running and driving car. And it's just too bad, you know, because it's not going to take, it's not, let me shut this off. It wouldn't take really very many hours to get this where somebody could drive it, but I just don't have the time. So we're not going to keep belaboring that point. I do have the title. I've got the registration. It is insured. Like I said, I think I've had the car for about 15 years. So anyway, I'm asking $2,000 for this. You'll need about $200 to $300 in parts. I believe you can get these hoods at Pull Apart for like $50. You can just pull the core out, or you could get a new core. The same thing, headlight buckets are probably 20 bucks each. Get you a new radiator. You can put a radiator from a turbo car in there if you want, it'll fit, or you can go back with a stock radiator and the fan. But other than that, you know, it's straight, it's ready to go. So if you guys are interested, if you have more questions about this, just I'll put the email address in there. I'm not going to put my phone number in there. You can email me your phone number, and I'll call you back, just because of anytime I put anything on YouTube, it's got my phone number. I just get tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of spam calls. So if you're serious about it, let me know. I don't have but maybe a month to get rid of this. It needs to be out of here, so it's got to go. I can't take it with me. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening. If you got any more questions about the car, if you wanted more, you know, information, yes, the sunroof works. All the windows work. The driver's window, if it goes down more than half, it kind of grinds a little bit. But yeah, they all work. The vacuum works, including the trunk lock. And no, there's no rust in the trunk whatsoever. In fact, let me just show you. All right, so yeah, it's absolutely rust free. Even on both sides, underneath the plastic. Whenever I had those out, there's no rust. There's no rust under the common places that Mercedes have, like the corners, the doors, all that is completely rust free, even up under here. So if you're up north and you're looking for one of these, it's even got the first aid kit there. So hate to have to get rid of it, but it's just got to happen. So contact me if you're interested, and let's get this car in your garage so somebody else can have another 15 years of pleasure driving it. Thanks.